let's open up the dollar. So the setup that I took wasn't the ideal setup as far as the only thing that was missing is the uh, target alignment with the dollars. Four things I look for is, are we trading at the right time for the pair that we're currently trading? Do we have news today? Um, is our narrative fair value gap matching the same time frame as the dollar? And is our target matching the same place as the dollar? We're targeting previous day's low on the dollar. We want to be targeting previous day's high on EU. So we don't have any targets left on the buy side on EU, even though we have plenty of sell side left on the dollar. And just to give you some reference as to why I'm so bearish, this is the TVC chart. The free chart that everybody can get. We should be expecting this daily retracement, and also because it's Thursday, what is our daily AMD protocol for today? Continuation or reversal. What does that continuation or reversal look like on the daily time frame? Previous day's high or previous day's low. Cool. Let's come out to our weekly to get a little more reference. Nothing over here. Okay, cool. Well, weekly order block potentially. But nothing on the monthly as well, so I'm not even going to go there. But we come down to the 4 hour, and we see we expanded from this 4 hour for value gap over here. I don't even know if it exists on this chart, but yeah, small fair value gap. Expanded from that, and we're coming down towards our previous day's low. And we form this, we're about to form, let me get this stuff out of the way for you. We're about to form this 4 hour bearish fair value gap, right? In 16 minutes. That's what it's telling us. So when we go down to our entry time frame, we see, well, first off, we get this 1 hour for value gap that we would have expected to take us down to previous day's low, right? We've created a swing high out of it. There's no reason for us to come back up here. Then we come down to our 5, well, our 15 or our 5. We see consolidation is a little bit clearer on our 5. This is the entry. And I matched entries with EU since I was able to match targets. So we had this 15-minute ST on the dollar. You can't trade the dollar. So I took the 15-minute bullish value gap on EU, and it wasn't ST at the time. We'd already had an ST form on EU, and it got disrespected. I didn't even see it at the time, but this is still perfectly fine. So when we come down to the 5, we can see this consolidation more clearly. So I entered at around at 9:30, and so we see this is wouldn't even call this consolidation. I would say this is more of like ranging, because I think of true consolidation looks like a price leg like this. No for value gaps. We got this one down here, but that's at 9:30. No for value gaps at all. It's just sideways movement, bullshitting, and mainly no for value gaps. We've been going back and forth. We've been consolidating in the traditional sense that most people think of it, as far as not going anywhere, just going back and forth. But we've been creating fair value gaps. Yeah, they haven't been getting respected yet, but why could that be? Because we see what's happening right now is a lot of people are getting tripped into buys or sells rather on EU or GU, because they're like, okay, well, we're about to form this 4 hour for value gap, right? And we came out the 1 hour. We're so close to this target. We should have went ahead and took it if we were going to go out of that 1 hour, because of how strong this daily narrative is of this previous day's low, which is this daily fair value gap, that retracement. We got to be going down on high probability. So it looks like we're not going down from this 1 hour array. So it's got to be from this 4 hour array, right? And then this is what separates beginning traders from experienced traders. Experienced traders know that the most accurate data anybody has access to is the futures data. Now, there's futures charts for Forex. They work a little bit different. To my knowledge, they're inverse from what I've seen from the actual Forex pairs. You don't really need those. All you need is the futures chart for the dollar and the futures chart for all your indices or oil if you trade oil as well. So when we come over to the futures chart on the dollar, it is delayed, right? That's the downside. That's why we use this chart as well. But it's a 10-minute delay. It's 2 5-minute candles, which doesn't matter to us unless it's in the first or last 10 minutes of a 4 hour or 1 hour for value gap getting created, right? Because if it's not, we still see what's happening on the 4 hour. We still see what's happening on the 1 hour. We're on the futures chart for the dollar. And let's put these side by side so we can really get a clear look. So it's telling us that in 13 minutes, we're about to have this 4-hour fair value gap, and we should retrace, according to how price typically moves, we should retrace and go down to previous day's low. That's right. That's 100% right. That's what you should be looking for. But what you're being shown is false. That's not real. That's not what's actually going on. What's actually going on is this. And you're like, oh, it's delayed. It's a 10-minute delay. Let's go down to the 5-minute and see what we're missing. We're missing these two. We're missing these two candles right here. Their candle hasn't done anything, so a little bit of bearishness. So, okay, we know prices are around here, right? We see this low, we know where price is. Price is here. Okay, cool. So, this is the chart. We just came out of this 4-hour in these last 4 hours, right? The last 4 hours, or the last 4 hours of this current 4-hour candle on, was when this fair value gap was mitigated. We would look over here. It was the 4 hours, the candle before that, right? It was weird. But even weirder, do y'all see what I'm saying? We're on the third candle of creating a fair value gap on this TVC chart. We're about to create a fair value gap in 10 minutes. There's nothing over here. We're coming out of a fair value gap still. What? And so we go mark off previous day's low, because that's what we're targeting. Are you kidding me right now, bro? This is what's real. This is what's going on. This 1 hour fair value gap that we're seeing, that's not a 1 hour fair value gap. That's the 4-hour fucking fair value gap. See how crazy this shit is, right? But nobody tells you this. Nobody puts this in a video. Nobody talks about this shit. Nobody posts it. The exact mentality you had, expecting that fair value gap to that 4-hour, and then that drop down to previous day's low is exactly what you should be expecting from an ICT perspective. But that's just not what's happening. You're being shown false data. And I don't think we even have to play the game of, well, why would they do that? Because I think we all know, So, point is, now you know. Now you understand this is cap, this is bullshit. Even if we did retrace right here, see, I got stopped out and we retraced into this 4-hour bearish right yet. It's still not real. It doesn't exist. It's not there. It's just some bullish movement up here. Okay, into what? This 4-hour fair value gap that we're already at? Hell no. And so we come over to this 1 hour and we got this 15-minute ST out of the 1 hour. 15-minute fair value gap in, 15-minute fair value gap out. Deep retracement, all good. Order block is open. Whatever. And then we come over to the 4-hour and it's the same thing. Because this is a 4-hour fair value gap, not a 1 hour fair value gap. Funny, right? So I'll go ahead and open up EU for you, or for myself also, because I want to check and make sure I'm not getting clapped. But my stop is currently, I got a decent amount of risk in. Yeah, my stop is right there. Started out, I took this 15-minute fair value gap there, had my stop at the low of that fair value gap sequence. We created that. My stop is now down here. We should be heading bullish. We've gotten a lot of consolidation, but all this is telling me is, because I've been in this before. That's the reason I'm trading like this. I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. I've been that trader that's like, oh yeah, we bought a 4-minute fair value gap on a 4-hour fair value gap on the dollar. We've been sitting in this 1 hour fair value gap. We should have gone if we were going to do it. 4-hour fair value gap forums. I'm sitting there waiting, like, yeah, I'm finna take a 15-minute ST out of this, and then it drops. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Why would we mess around just to create the fair value gap? And then to not even retrace to it, act like it's not even there. Because it's not fucking there. But it knows that. It knows people are seeing it, so it's accumulating. It's building this up. People are spamming the buy buttons. People are spamming the sell buttons, on EU and GU. And as soon as that fair value gap forms, you can be like, what the fuck? It's just acting like it's not there. Shit, man. And I open up that NQ chart. I put it side by side next to that now CFD chart. Bro, the times the candles form are different. The times the fair value, like, it's, you can trust it. It's you like, it's 1 pip wide for value gaps. Sometimes people are scared, right? Because they're like, oh, it's lower probability because it's super small. No, it's not. It's still a fair value gap. It's, you just have to know if it really is a fair value gap. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if it's a 1 pip wide fair value gap on the TVC chart, I gotta go to the futures chart because it could not exist at all on the futures chart. Just how we seen. A lot of crazy shit can happen in this market, bro. And there's a lot of shit people don't tell you. A lot of simple shit. If I'd have known that, bro, I'd have been funded 6 months ago. I'd have been funded probably even earlier than that, bro. And a lot of other people would have too. This is shit that's like gate kept. So, you know, if I would expect bearishness, you know, if we go ahead and get my stop hit, obviously that's why my stop loss is there. But I just don't see EU having any reason to drop. More importantly, I don't see the dollar not having any reason to drop. So let's go ahead and open up that live chart. 15-minute or higher, that's that shit type of liquidity. Oh my god, and people had their stop losses, bro. Come on, we good. We're good, dude. I'm telling you, bro. Look at the. All right, bro. I'm gonna hit you back in a second. All right. Had to cut it. My computer's a piece of shit. I just can't overload it with too much stuff. But you know, not too much has happened. We were right up around here last time I checked in. So and we can go ahead and delete that order block if we want to get fancy with it. Well, what could possibly be making us go up still? There's always going to be multiple things you can pick out most of the time, but I would do this rejection block. Sorry, I almost said proportion block. This rejection block right there, which is you don't need to know what it is, but it helps to understand why price will do things like this, why it'll close below swing lows and disrespect for value gaps and disrespect order blocks, and then all of a sudden go the direction you thought it was going, because it still technically is a PDRA left. So rejection blocks are just these long wigs. That's it. And I think they have to be like, I don't know if they have to be swing highs or swing low. I'm pretty sure they have to be a swing high, swing low. But yeah, you know, so expecting price to continue this sweep. We don't have any PDRAs for price to be seeking. Let's look on the one. Yeah, nothing for price to be seeking. So hopefully we'll go ahead and sweep this liquidity right here, and that'll be our PDRA. That'll send us lower. But I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this, and yeah. Huh? Huh? Y'all look at it like, man, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, man. It's coming super close to stop loss. That's what we use the stop loss for. What's the point of having a stop loss if you ain't gonna use all of it? Come on, man. I'm using my stop loss to. I'm not closing my order if my order's still open and I got a manual close and it ain't stop me. I'm not closing until that value of the current candle is higher, one tick higher or one tick lower than my stop loss. Equal highs, I'm using it because I done got equal highs hit before. Equal highs of my stop loss, straight to take profit. Come on, man. Hey man, y'all see what it is. I'm gonna save some space on my computer. I'll be back in like uh if we start moving either direction, I'll start it back up. Just gotta wait for the dollar. I'm just gonna manual close when the dollar hits that previous day's low, which it should do in the next 3-4 hours. So, and very conveniently, what has happened? What did I say? We formed this 4 hour for value gap, came up towards it, right? As far as close as we came to it, you would have thought, because this 4 hour for value gap is up here. So as close as we came to it here, you would have thought, oh, we're just gonna chase the 4 hour value gap. We've been sitting in this 1 hour for so long. Why would we sit in it for so long? Wait for the 4 hour to form and then respect the 1 hour for value gap. Because this 4 hour for value gap isn't real. We come over to our futures chart. We're still expanding out of a 4 hour for value gap, right? That out of that 8 a.m. candle, right? We created a 4 hour for value gap. We didn't create this for value gap until 11 a.m. Now we have that same thing, that matching fair value gap. This is all that's going on right now. This imbalance right here does not exist. So that's what you're seeing on the futures chart is this move out of here, out of that 4 hour for value gap, straight down the previous day's low. That's it. It's a 4 hour setup. I got this 1 hour marked off, but it's a 4 hour setup because if we go into the dollar, we see it's just a 15-minute ST out of that 4 hour for value gap. Notice our stop still in the place I had it in the beginning. I haven't moved my stop. And we can get this out of the way. I don't use rejection blocks. I just had that there so you guys could see that I wasn't making this shit up when I say that like there's always a reason, an excuse, so to speak, for why price is able to continue moving one direction or the other. So because in reality it really was just this order block. If you want to be technical. Okay, so I don't think there's any I just don't think there's any way in hell we're gonna come all the way back down to here and respect that and then continue higher. So I am going to put my stop at break even. We're all good. Y'all see what it is, man. I don't. I'm telling you, I didn't just start doing this yesterday. All right, how's it not hitting? Shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Beautiful. All right, let's see where I got out at. Close, 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 close enough. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, beautiful execution. So over here, see, we're able to crack off a quick little, nothing crazy. 5. Yes, 800.